Hello everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel and tap the notification bell. I'd appreciate it majorly. I saw the story yesterday, and there's not any more information out, and there's not a lot of details regarding her death. Lizbeth Flores, who was found murdered in Mexico, even though she lives in the United States, right along the very southern, the southern border at the very most southern tip of Texas, in Brownsville, Texas, and she had traveled to Mexico. I don't know by what means. I assume by vehicle, but to a border town, Matamoros, I believe it's called, in Mexico, to visit her boyfriend. She had gone, I believe, on the 9th of August, so this is a couple weeks ago, or she was found a week ago. She was discovered on the 11th. She went to visit her boyfriend on Sunday, the 9th, and when she didn't return, her mom filed a missing persons report the following day, on the 10th, and the next day she was discovered in Mexico, her body. Basically, it looks like a dirt trail, so that's what I mean. I don't know how she was, by what means she was going to see her boyfriend, how she traveled there. I assume she was by herself, but she was found on there's photos of it, actually, very graphic photos, which I can't show you. They're awful, but she was found on a dirt trail where she apparently had either been killed because the rock that they believe that actually fatally killed her with a blow to the head was found near her body. But her body was also badly bruised, so it appeared as if she was tortured before she was killed, and a portion of her scalp was removed, and her teeth were taken out by force, according to reports. They weren't smashed in; they were literally removed, and that's what it says. And that's obviously, besides being extremely gruesome, it's just so unusual. Like, why would somebody go to that extent to torture her? For what reason, So, and there she is right there. She was 20 years old. I believe she's a mother of two. And a couple different outlets have spoken to her mother. One outlet spoke to her, and she didn't identify herself. The Daily Mail does, so she must have given her name to somebody. There's not a lot of social media on her, Lizbeth Flores, that I could find. But I think that's a fairly common name, so that sometimes makes it more difficult to kind of track down her account. And I found a Twitter account, and it's hers. I'm almost positive, because she went to I think it's Los Fresnos High School, which is in that same area. She's from Brownville. Here's Brownville on the map, and there's Texas. It's at the very tip of Texas, and here's Texas right there. And where she was visiting was Matamoros, right there. Her mother claimed that one of the cartels that dominates that area, that town, that border town, was behind her death. And she described it as, and actually this is the outlet that it's, I don't even know, Borderland Beat, but they have actual pictures of of her body laying in the dirt with something over her mouth, like some kind of I don't know. It's like a dark cloth, dirty cloth or something, but it's just all bunged up, and her body's even stiff at that point. It's really horrible, But she's clothed. She has, it looks like pants, or some kind of sweatpants, and just socks, no shoes. She has a shirt on, but it's lifted up over her belly, and so forth. But anyways, her mother, according to her mother, Flores' mother, who decided to be interviewed without revealing her name, expressed feeling powerless after not receiving immediate help from local authorities. She claims that her daughter was kidnapped and murdered after being the victim of extortion and robbery by an alleged cell of kidnappers operating in Matamoros. Flores' family members were referred to the Mexican consulate in Brownsville for further assistance. Though Flores' mother did not specify the group's name, the drug cartel operating in the area is the Gulf Cartel, DG, the Gulf Cartel. And then it goes on to name some of the leaders of the Matamoros Gulf Cartel factions. The Matamoros faction's suspected leader is Raul Garcia Martinez. One of his closest associates is Carlos Martinez Perez, son-in-law of former Gulf Cartel and Los Zetas boss Ociel Cardenas Guillen. So, but that's what her mother believes, and but you know, I have no idea, obviously. But there wasn't that many days that passed. So I mean, normally, I don't know. I just don't know. You know, I mean, normally when somebody's kidnapped, it's usually somebody who's got, you know, whose family has money, so they can basically extort money from them until they release the person, or even they just get as much money as they can, and then they end up killing the person anyways. But I don't necessarily think her family had money to begin with. And there's only she went missing. She left to go see her boyfriend on the 9th, and her body was discovered, you know, 2 days later. So it's just pretty strange, for sure. Obviously, you know, to have a young 21-year-old woman tortured, her teeth forcefully removed that from her mouth by force, and that's how it's described, at least in the Daily Mail. Says law enforcement investigators reported that part of Flores' scalp had been removed and that her teeth were taken out by force. Losing a child is like having your heart ripped out, Rubio said Friday during an interview with Telemundo. So she did an interview with Telemundo. I think it's Maria Rubio is her mother. I feel very sad for what they did to my daughter, how they left her, is what pains me. The pain that my daughter went through there at that time is what pains me. Rubio is seeking help from the United States and Mexico. From United States and Mexico officials to repatriate her daughter's remains to Texas. According to KRGV-TV, the FBI is involved in the investigation because Flores is a U.S. citizen. So she is a U.S. citizen. That's pretty much the extent to what's known, but it's just so highly gruesome and unusual. And that's the story there, man. What a shame. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.